Reddit Martian back with another tip-top video for you. r/askreddit. How do you tell if someone is attracted to you or just being very friendly? If they act the exact same way with other people, you're out of luck. Or everybody's in luck. I see you've also met my ex. Edit. Jesus. For every one of you that ended up dating the town bicycle and didn't know it going in, my thoughts are with you in these trying times. Also, get tested. I also choose this guy's ex. This is actually how I came to be with my current girlfriend. Totally thought she was flirting when I first met her, so I invited her to hang out. I thought we were going on dates the first 4-5x. She just thought we were hanging out as friends. I found out later that she is that friendly to everyone she meets, and has a ton of friends, so this wasn't unusual to her. I eventually picked up that things weren't romantic, told her about the whole thing and we laughed about it. Things stayed that way for a few months and we remained friends. Then one day we were watching a movie and she asked if I wanted to make out. Not sure what shifted the gears. Pretty rad though. Someone tells you years later. They tell you years later after you've moved hours away and it turns out she never said anything because she thought you had feelings for her other friend who you didn't have feelings for. She was just actually harassing you in the middle of English class. As my dear old dad used to say, women who work for tips are not flirting with you. We used to extend this to if she's being paid to talk to you. She's not interested. Twitch.tv. If they're a cashier/waiter/clerk etc., don't get your hopes up. I was once called into HR for allegedly flirting with an employee, not part of my own team. Her proof: I was always friendly, offered her milk to go with her coffee, and worst of all, once at an after work, I bought a round of drinks for everyone, her included. The head of HR was a bit puzzled about the whole situation, and asked her what would she then suggest we do to resolve the situation. And she requested that I would stop being friendly to her, and just leave her be. This poor woman just could not accept that I was being friendly. You don't. One person's just being friendly is another's take me to a hotel and duck me right now. This is also exactly why people really need to stop the generalizing of entire genders' behavior. Being a hetero male, I can only speak about women in terms of dating them. But a lot of women do not realize what you just said. One woman's hard to get is another's take a hint. One woman's insult is another woman being playful. One woman's flirt is another woman's friendly. This is why men can't take a hint, ladies. You are all different. Same goes for guys. Your flirt might be another guy's aggressive. Your nice gesture may be another guy's sweeping her off her feet. Edit. Dang, you dudes are brutal on typos. Flirting's basically a dumb game of chicken with gradual escalation. Or just ask if they have a significant other. Usually pretty obvious. I've had a lot of people ask me this just because they're nosy. Not a guarantee of attraction. My aunt asked me last week. Glad I missed that signal. Or did ya? You don't. It's a leap of faith. That's all it is. That's all it is. Miles. A leap of faith. Not bad, kid. By reading someone's comment on Reddit about how they missed all the signs and then you realize that the same thing happened to you and now you lie there contemplating your life, but you still can't be sure. Yeah, maybe she's Canadian and she's just being polite. It's not always easy. With my fiancée, when we started hanging out, I would convince myself she liked me and then talk myself out of it. I would walk her home and she'd give me a really awkward friend hug, then run inside, leaving me feeling like I'd misread the signals completely. This went on for about 3 weeks before we finally kissed at a party. I asked her about it afterwards and it turns out she was doing the same thing. 7 years and a proposal later, I think she might have a crush on me. Guys, I dunno, man. In high school I went to a dance with a guy as friends and then he kissed me as friends and then we brutally ducked behind the gym as friends and we've been dating as friends for about 7 years and we're getting married next week as friends, plus I'm knocked up with his babies as friends. You can never really know, man. Some people are in it for the long con. Do they ever initiate the friendliness? Responding to someone else's kindness is a lot different than initiating it. But even still, the only sure way to know is to ask. Pro tip. You'll never know if you don't ask. Scruddinger's date. If you get an arranged marriage, it's a 50/50. Sheesh. Usually the realization comes 10 years later when you are trying to fall asleep. My cousin once told me, hey, remember my friend? She was pretty cute BTW? Yeah, she had a crush on you a few years back. Beach, why the duck didn't you tell me then? Man, this hurts me deep. Insanely beautiful girl I was friends with in a group. I tell my friends I like her a lot. They tell her. She tells them she likes me a lot. They don't tell me. I know it's my fault for not making the move. But help your boy out, lol. Really, with some people you cannot tell. I knew a girl who was super friendly with me. I got interested, and then a few weeks around her I saw this was how she treated every guy. Smiles. Oh stop it, you. Flirting. I wasn't special here. I moved on. I knew a girl who friendly with everyone. We sat down at a birthday party and talked non-stop for 3 hours. She was friendly with people, but I hadn't seen her do this before. I got her number and called her. We talked until my phone died. Our 10th wedding anniversary was about 6 weeks ago. Our oldest kid turned 7 in a few months. Assume attraction and ask them out. If they say no, you get your answer. If they say yes, you get a date. If she says WTF step bro, you were wrong. Actually that means you were right. Depends on where you live. Here in England, being anything other than cold and aloof is seen as basically throwing yourself at someone. Canadian who met some English guys. They all said I was insanely keen and I didn't know what that meant. Learned later they thought my normal friendliness was obsessive flirtation, lol. Oh, that's easy. No one is ever attracted to me. I've noticed women that have been interested in me have started a random conversation with me, like asking advice about something. If a woman compliments you on something, could be your eyes, or your jacket, or pretty much anything, that might be a clue. Women play with hair, or adjust it more, making more than usual eye contact. Also, if you are sitting next to them, and their knees are pointing a bit towards you, that is a sign. As well, if they get under a table and start giving you head, also a clue. I had this same confusion. I had this really cute girl in a few of my classes last school year, starting liking her. But this year I only had one class with her and by now I fully liked her. And then I did a class change and she isn't in any of them. But the problem I had was she is literally the nicest person I know. I can't fully explain it, but she's never been rude, always smiling, that whole thing. Along with that, I've never heard of her liking anyone else, so why would I be the first? Well, long story short, she actually did end up liking me and we just went on our first date a few days ago. Unfortunately, I don't have much advice on it though, lol. For me, I flat out told him that I liked him and if he asked me out I would say yes. He said thanks and never asked me out or responded in any way that he liked me back. Bummer. A few months later we kissed. He was like, so, you like me? I should have smacked him upside the head. Apparently he thought I just said that to him to be nice. Assuming the person is single or trifling, you ask to see that person again in a different context and the negotiation for available time and date is quick and mutually complete. No just friends overtone about it. Thursday at 8. Not available. Not into you. Thursday at 8. Not available, but what about Friday at 9? Else. Look for physicality, proximity, and eye contact when totally unnecessary. Jealousy or defeat. It's subtle when interacting with someone else or the interested person's gender. Caveat all this with me being terrible about noticing it. My wife points this out to me when we're in public. Once I see it, it's obvious, but until then it's a mystery to me. Something that's helped me in these situations is to not play the does she like me or not game, but instead play the I'm not into her but actually am game. It has worked way more than I thought it would. Just talk to her casually over time till you truly figure out if she's into you beyond basic clues here and there. Do you know what you are? That's right, you're a champ. Thanks for watching. Like and share if you enjoyed, don't forget the bell. Subscribe for more videos. See you soon, Martians.